Wednesday night here in Southern California, and it's opening night.
Starting at center, 7 feet from Kentucky, number 32, Karl Anthony Towns.
I told myself I won't talk to the refs, and I'm talking to the refs. It's all good. That first little sweat, you get it out the way.
Before the game, Towns working inside on Randall. See the moves of the rookie. Number 1 pick in the draft coming across the lane for 2. Karl Anthony Towns, 3rd field goal of the night. Towns to the basket and scores, down to 10. There's Towns at the top of the key. Defensive game. There's just such comfort to everything he does. Towns over Hibbert ties the game.
T-Wolves have it. Here's Towns, the number 1 overall pick. Pretty good defense by Trumfred. And he's Prince, the longtime Detroit Piston. In the lane, Towns. About 250, the rookie from Kentucky. Towns. And Towns swishes one. So Towns, we mentioned, played 1 season and a half rebounds. Emmanuel Mudiay. Into the lane, laid out. No! Rejected. Starters against the Rockets were plus 93. 13-12, Minnesota leads it. Since the timeout, the Nuggets just 1 of 6 shooting. As Towns over and in Towns. Over Jokic.
So you get him in, you let
jump shots. Nuggets 2 of 9 from three-point land. Wide open, Towns is under the basket. Anthony Towns showing some range. He had a double-double against the Lakers. Towns. And Towns lays it in. 3-point opportunity. Towns inside, and he drops it home.
And it's, all that is just said something a long time ago. He said you got to win timeouts. And to have a turnover and then a 3-point play down the other end.
Gallinari, good move. It's blocked by Towns.
Nuggets are calling for goaltending.
Didn't get it.
Above the top of the key, and that's kind of been the dilemma.
Rubio into Towns. Basket counts.
Garnett underneath for Wiggins. Towns will take it and make it.
He's got such a sweet stroke.
Towns underneath. Wiggins out in front of everybody. He'll hold it up though. Lillard. Karl Anthony Towns gets his hands all over that.
I know that defensive highlights aren't always the most spectacular, but just containing Damian Lillard, and ball highlights aren't always the most spectacular, but just containing Damian Lillard.
While for Towns, he scored his first 4 points in the very early stages of the game. Towns, wild shot, rattles in. Lillard spins in the lane, Towns other way. Long jumper for Towns, and are you kidding me, for the former Kentucky Wildcat? 3 goggles are on, and it's back to a 2-point game. Lillard weaving through traffic, and Towns with the block. The Cat purring and pouncing right now. 106-101, the first loss of the season, and Jim, this one is tough to swallow for Timberwolves.
It's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns on the handoff. Back from Rubio into the lane for 2. Second highest rookie total so far. Rubio behind the back to Towns. Drives in, rejected by Karl. Again, they try to post Tayshaun Prince on the weak side. Towns dunks.
And they do a good job of pick and roll.
Give and go to Wiggins, and he takes it right up and slams it.
And a young fella went upstairs on that.
Minnesota.
It's Minnesota's ball.
Jeff Teague swatted away by Towns. Looks. Teague with Rubio all over him. Gets inside, no call. Minnesota is going to walk out of here with a win. They are 4-0 on the road. 4-2 for the year.
As Karl Anthony Towns kicks it out from Martin. Got his man in the air. Shot clock down to 5. Towns, a good start for him here tonight, drilling the triple. Be energetic coming out of the gates. Charlotte's had 2 days off in our city.
Catching the basketball and footwork, putting the ball on the deck, trying to drive it. Check. And you can come down in transition if it's a good shot and knock down a 3 in this basket on Karl Anthony Towns. This is something that
Towns gets to the free throw line. And if you watch him in practice, Jim, I don't think I've seen.
You shouldn't in practice.
0.6 points per game. Towns gets his own miss, goes back up, and an and one. Gets the foul from behind on Big Al. Marvin Williams gets free, makes the extra pass, and Towns gets his third block of the night. Martin has it picked from behind by Zeller.
Great. Warriors facing the surprising Minnesota Timberwolves. And you look at what Minnesota has done here in the early portion of the season as compared to a year ago when they had the worst record in the NBA, winning 16 and losing 66, and last in points allowed. And they are a much improved defense, primarily as Towns draws the foul. It's on Azuli, primarily because Sam Mitchell
backs up and he's able to knock that down.
12-point lead for the Warriors. Towns with a very slick move. Miller backing Curry and flips it up. Towns able to grab it. Nice move by the rookie Towns with the bucket.
Towns is able to collect the offensive rebound and put it back, but Zach LaVine coming back in for Andre Miller to close out the game. So you're going to see
it's another Western Conference opponent in Indianapolis, the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Indiana Pacers tonight on Fox Sports Indiana. Towns, shot clock at 1. A left-hander, what a move by Karl.
He understands the value of sharing a little bit better, but he's also more comfortable in the things he could do. Not on the backside. Did anybody see Mahimi not be able to get to the cat, as they call it? Karl Anthony just...
At first, I thought it was Mahimi. It was the smaller C.J. Miles as Garnett gets his jump shot.
You know, Andrew Wiggins played 38 minutes. I mean, they rode Andrew. Clip played Andrew a lot of minutes last year. And so Sam just wants to keep the minutes low on a 19-year-old kid.
Towns gets the block from behind. And it'll be Timberwolves basketball shot clock violation. Towns shot clock down to 2 all the way to the rack. Today, so a teenager no longer. Towns backs his way in. Nice over the shoulder pass inside Andre Miller. Towns. Ooh, that was nasty against a pretty good defensive player for Cat.
Plays by Cat.
Andre Miller, no. Towns with a rebound. And the flush for Karl Anthony Towns.
Here's Wiggins. Karl Anthony, 2 points in the first half. Dragic driving by Rubio. The block by Towns.
He got that one. Dragic got him twice in the first half. That time Towns got Dragic.
Garnett. Wiggins weaves in. And then tipped in by Karl Anthony Towns.
Bosch went to help, left Towns open on the offensive boards.
Rubio comes up with a steal. Chris Paul has won 7 of the previous 9 meetings. Garnett with some early points. Came into the night leading the NBA in dunks, and the margin is...
Loaded up, Cat.
And how about Towns? Another triple. His second in as many tries here tonight. He's been looking for that shot more often, and it's been falling of late. Timberwolves on a 7 underneath, and the Wolves do force a turnover nonetheless. And Towns for another 3. He's 3 of 3 from downtown tonight. There's Paul, and then Ricky creates some contact. Thought maybe he was going to take the charge. Instead forces a turnover. Garnett with the no-look. Over to Cat for the slam.
How good is he?
Worst record after 21 games in the history of the Lakers franchise, and that includes the time in Minneapolis. Dance Jr. blocked by Karl Anthony Towns. Ball. Garnett for Towns. He'll take the long 2. Towns comes up with the rebound. Towns underneath, drawing all kinds of contact, and Randy Foy was trying to wrap him up for a jump ball. Instead of 0.1% of those points from the free throw line. The 3rd highest total in that regard, or 3rd highest percentage in that regard in the league.
Which is a ridiculous percentage and not sustainable.
And they're 6 of 6 on the floor, period, here in the 3rd quarter. Towns got Fareed in the air. Rubio extra pass for Martin. Wolves really needed that. And Towns says, okay, I'll take 2 instead of 3.
Cat just goes over the top of Laverne and is able to just swoop in and grab that offensive rebound and put it back. That's a guy that wants to win. He has 5 field goal attempts. And you got to run your offense through him a little bit too, I think.
There you go, right on cue.
Interesting to see if Towns can come out and guard that. Now, Towns, as we touched on in the opener to broadcast, has great footwork on the lower blocks, but will he be able to challenge a 17 to 19-foot jumper for Brook Lopez?
Trying to hit one of his own, and he does.
Now, that's another question there. The reverse can be said, because he can step away, and he has done that early on in his career in the NBA.
Jack, another pocket pass. Young on the move, denied him beautifully.
Watch the football.
The turnaround is good as Towns puts it home and draws the foul.
Even with his little floater just then, he becomes, how does he get his footwork in preparation?
Rubio always among the leaders in steals and assists as Towns fires it down. Towns connects on the jumper. He has 21, and Minnesota's on an 18-8 run. And Towns got it, and the foul. 23 for Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, when you think about it, I think he was like 1 for 6 before.
Rubio. Towns across the lane for 2. There's a nifty pass there. Towns strong to the hoop.
Boy, I put it up there, took the hit, and for a 19-year-old kid, still finished off the play.
Towns has that kind of range, and he knocks it down. Towns, nice up fake, better pass.
It's on the clock. Rubio, great pass, and Towns, a thunderous finish.
That's a better catch in there to bail us out.
On the drive, Rubio the miss, Towns with a finish.
In the post very much, and so about as big as he is out there playing the small forward position.
Towns looks to answer. They were both pretty athletic on top of it.
Just love his patience.
Towns off the turnover, takes it the length of the floor, draws the contact, and an and 1 for Cat. Another crack at it, but it never changed possession. Towns, what a feed to Andrew Wiggins.
That's what I mean about Towns, his awareness, hesitation.
Wiggins to Towns.
Towns going to have his hands full.
Towns had a shot, then he wheels in and scores. He is not going to get that call. Noah block quicker off the floor. Yeah. Inside to Towns. Look back inside.
Nice. That's a nice play right there by the rookie.
Veteran Tayshaun Prince finished it, but the rookie set it up.
Well, he got the ball inside, and what we said the Bulls should be doing on the other end.
In overtime, 102 to 93.
To the glass of Lopez.
Lopez got to take away.
Wiggins well defended by a foul. Fight for the rebound. Towns blocked by Porzingis. His 3rd rejection already. Galloway nearly stripped with his 4th block of the first. Towns down low. First with the offensive rebound. Rubio 4 assists. He's 5th in the league in assists. And there's Towns for 3. And a quick timeout from Derek Fisher as the lead is cut to 16. He can shoot the 3. Lopez's 2nd foul, and 2nd game of a back-to-back. Drives on Porzingis, the runner, back shot is good. And Towns with a couple of words after it in. Galloway back to Towns. See, Porzingis has to go up on him with that impressive shot. He does it again. Towns with 22. Porzingis fouled him from behind. And Karl Anthony Towns now with 24 points and 10 rebounds.
Towns, a 7-footer, right side of your screen, bounding and astounding. Manipulating underneath, the ill-advised foul.
His high and the Knicks' rookie high that he shares with Lonnie Shelton, and the 2 terrifically talented rookies with some nice.
Towns got going in New Jersey and became famous at Kentucky. Let the conversation about Rookie of the Year begin. As these